What the heck is this? Yes, I'm by the backhoe. This broke. So, that edge was connected there, and funny enough, after almost 8 years, it broke. So we have the new part. It should fit into here pretty well. And we just have to take this apart and get her done. Of course, I have my supervisor with me, Eric. Hi, Eric. You ready to help? Of course he is. Sockets. I'm going to guess that's a 10 millimeter. Let's just double check that. No, it's bigger than 10, isn't it? 10 is way too small. Probably more like a 12 millimeter. Is it a 13? Wait, what size was that I grabbed? Yeah, I grabbed a 12. It's a 13? Does that make it a ½ inch? It's basically a ½ inch. 13 millimeters, pretty close to a ½ inch. No big deal. And then we'll pop that out. Get the socket, get the ratchet going. Okay, now. Boy, that should go that way. Well, it's going to take a bit of work here, isn't it? Ow, that hurt. Okay, anyway. Such good times here. That's it. I got 1, 2. That pin will pop out. We'll pop in the new part. This will be great. This, I guess these are studs that are pressed in or something here. I'm going to hope that those don't fall down in there. So let's just move that there. Got that one. And of course, try to do this way. Boy, that's tight on there. Wow. Okay. Well, it's 8 years worth of sitting there. Lose our nuts. Ha ha ha. That's it. So that piece is done. And we just got to get this off, which isn't too bad. We have these cool springy cotter pins, which we can push off to the side here and pull. In theory. There it goes. That was actually not too bad. And I dropped it. Make sure you get your washer off the end of here when you take this apart and pull out the pin. Next stop is to go find that pin that dropped, and then we will put our new bracket back in place. Alright, let's put the bracket on. This one's a little loose, but yeah, this was welded here. This one's just a little loose, but it's good enough. And that just locks in like that, and then we'll get the upper pin on. No big deal. And we'll lock that in. It's actually a pretty quick operation, all things considered. We'll get that fixed. I'm going to start tightening this down. I'll just do a little tightening there. A little tightening there. Notice I'm not using the full length. Just want to get it cinched down. Then we can do a little bit more. And this one also, a little bit more. That bracket's in there. Now the seat itself, this has to line up with the outside of this, and then we put our pin through and pin it on. So I'm going to kind of wiggle this on here somehow, some way. Hopefully I can get this properly done without knocking things over. Wiggle this up, get it in, because it actually kind of, it doesn't want to stay in place, for lack of a better term. So we'll get that in there, threaded through. Again, the seat brackets are on the outside of the bracket coming up from the bottom. And we'll get that pushed in there. There we go. So that's it. So now that pin's all the way through. Put our washer on. And we just got to pin that done, and we are all set. Well, until I get a real pin, I did find something to just kind of hold things together here. A little piece of wire. We'll bend this around so it doesn't fall off immediately. And just holds well enough. And that should stay there. And that's really what it is. It's just keep this from falling through here and falling through here. That's it. So this is the seat that comes as an option when you get the backhoe, so it can swivel around. And basically you flip this lever under here and you can switch it around. For now I'm not going to do that. Anyway, that's it. New seat bracket on the 1023E.